If you market in your city, you will always stay busy. Hey guys, welcome to Watts Family Business. This is January 19th, 2024, and today we are going to discuss the benefits of owning your own mobile notary business, okay? My name is Mrs. Watts, and I'm going to introduce you to one of our entities, the St. Lucie Mobile Notary. And I am the owner and operator here in Port St. Lucie, Florida. And I kind of wanted to go over the benefit of how you can own your own notary business. Let's get right into it. So the benefit of owning your own mobile notary business has its ups, has its downs, and there's benefit all the way around. The great thing about having a mobile notary business is that it's yours. It's something that's always needed in the community, and you never know who will be knocking at your door or who will be calling you for an emergency notary service because the banks are closed, or the banks are not able to notarize your documents anymore. This is happening all over, and this is why St. Lucie Mobile Notary has been the #1 preferred notary business in Port St. Lucie, Florida for the past, I'll say, 3 solid years. Okay, now enough about me and why I decided I got started, because I'm done with my intro. I got started as a mobile notary very briefly in Ohio. I live currently in Florida, so that just goes to show that you can do this business in any state, city that you are currently residing in and help everybody that you know. So I actually got started with my cheer coach from college. She worked for the courthouse. I think she was a deputy clerk in Scioto County. Shout out to Scioto County. And she just encouraged me to be a notary. Little did I know that today would be my ultimate career path and journey. I definitely appreciate and thank Miss Pam Hutchinson for giving me the encouragement to do this, because you have to give gratitude when it's due. And that is a great way, sidebar, to keep the law of attraction coming to you. Just wanted to drop that out. Getting into, how you can gain actual notary clientele. And the way that you do this is you have to get out in your city and market the business. The first thing you have to start with in an instance is find out with your department state on what the requirements are to become a notary. Here in the state of Florida, it is free. There are people charging for courses, but you can go and get a notary exam right on the department state site here. And it's free, and you can register and become a notary. Now, it is a 3-hour prerequisite. You can get it done in a day, and you do have an outline in the beginning of the test. So if anybody's interested in that, I will open that mentorship back up just for that information, including, no charge as far as getting you the information regarding the test. So the way you keep and get notary clientele after you pass the test, right? Is you actually get out and market every chance that you get. I'm talking about tow truck companies, the pharmacies, medical facilities, dealerships, hospice, the actual hospital, people we go and visit. You have to get out and market your notary business on a daily basis. This is how I gain strong clientele, and I'm able to have repeat customers in this notary business. You have to actually, after you've got your prerequisites, you've got your stamp, you have everything that is required for you to be a notary in your current city and state, then you have to go and do a little bit of marketing, babe. You have to go and actually put yourself out there and not expect any clientele to come to you if they know nothing truly about you. What you have to do is put yourself in a position that you are the only one that they can call or mention. And I say this why? Because I am a 24-hour mobile notary. That puts me above the rest. You have to set yourself out and apart from others in order to keep clientele coming back over and over again. And when you deal with St. Lucie Mobile Notary, it is an experience. Now, The marketing aspect, you have to use your brain and you have to use your talents. No one is really and truly going to give you a true guide on how you can make the money and be full or part-time. This requires the work in you in order to have the action and the results come through. Okay? Do not be fooled. In order to get these type of numbers and stay consistent, you have to get out there and put yourself in a position that you are available basically 24/7. And that is what I did as a notary connoisseur. Money. So I've made myself available 24 hours, as you can see. Yes, I was working and I shouldn't have been, but you want to know something? I no longer work for them. And guess what? I have my business to still fall through on the back end. You never want to put yourself in the position that you do not have any source of income coming in. No one can take that from you, my friend. Now, I also want to mention is how this clientele kept coming back over and over again, my friends. The first thing is because I offered them an experience. And when I say experience, I truly mean that in its existence. I paid attention to the client's needs. I went beyond and more the scope as far as the law in the state of Florida would allow me. And I also, like I said, had the services that they needed on demand in a sense. Printers, scanning services, email, documents to be printed. It's all about how the service can create the experience in itself. Do not go and follow another person's routine, because if you go out and spend all this extra money, it's not going to work for you immediately. What you need to do is focus on how you can build this craft, the knowledge that goes behind it, and that you can answer any question that is presented, okay? Now, also, when you go into wanting to become a mobile notary, let's just say you don't have a car and you can't do it. Open up your home in an instance and make a connoisseur area just for that. You're saying, Mrs. Watts, I don't have a car. There's no way that I can be a mobile notary. I can't do that. Well, you can have them come to your home. There's ways around it. And we also now have, throughout certain states in America, the remote online notary services. So you're able to do remote notaries right from across your screen. You don't even have to leave. There's a multitude of ways and reasons on how you can get around being a mobile notary 24 hours. Okay? How did I maintain this clientele, you say? Dedicating myself to the vision and craft that was at hand. I actually had to research the Florida notary laws. Why? Because I am originally from Ohio. Search in order to get the knack for the Florida notarial services. So you're going to have to put in work. You're going to have to know your laws, and you're going to have to do your research. When you want to become and take it a step further, you also can gain more clientele by expanding your horizons in the radius of where you live, the services you provide and also becoming a notary signing agent. And it is the best. That is where the big bucks come in. It's literally raining men Benjamin. So I am so serious when I say that if you can make yourself available and have all these different outlets becoming a notary, then this is the great way to become full-time and not really fall in the category of being an unsuccessful notarial act and being unsuccessful in that, because you simply are listening to other people instead of getting out here and doing the physical research. You have to know your clientele first. You have to know your city, you have to know your state, and you definitely need to know the laws that carry the notarial acts of that weight, okay? Now, the blunt, hard truth, not everybody's going to be a millionaire. It's unfortunate. It is so hard to face. Makes me sad that it even exists that way. Whatever. Now, it was funny. The hard truth is you're not going to make money every single day. So this is why when you become a notary, you should have other avenues that you would like to explore as far as you're not going to make money every single day. You are not going to have the clientele that you need unless you get out and seriously do the marketing. I, for one, am in extreme contact with FedEx, Staples, UPS, even the United States Postal Office. Not saying that they know me directly. No, not saying that. But I make myself available, and I'm dropping off not only business cards, but flyers and sending follow-ups. Every client that you experience needs to want to come back and need for you as a business. And what you're going to have to face is that not every day you're going to make money. So you have to have other ways that you can do that with your notarial reputation, right? You can do scanning with fingerprints. You can also do courier services. You can also become a title agent or go into real estate. But when it comes to you having the money every day, the only way to become full-time is by getting out and doing the work that is required. And that is letting your city and everybody know who you are and the services you provide and your testimony. Not your physical testimony, but like the testimony of the people from the clients that you actually service and they actually really like it. So, to know that you're not going to make money every day, that needs to be, not in the front of your mind, but in a sense, an understanding in this. And so that should make you want to work harder, because I, for one, do not make money every day, but I at least get a certain amount of money that I'm comfortable with and I'm not struggling in any way. And I am treating this business as such instead of trying to get some sort of quick way to I don't know. Because it's truly not about that. It should be about servicing the people. So if you're not in it to be a public servant, do not even worry about it, because it's not for you. You have to want to serve the people and have patience too. I deal with a lot of elderly customers, and I think that that's what got me the reputation of, who I am now. And keeping that up to date and really making money in some kind of way. Whether they need me to print something, send them something, or do a closing on a home as a signing agent. But to really sit back and think that you're just going to make bank, I want to be completely honest with you. You are not, babe. Okay? But what you are able to do is fully provide and be sufficient for yourself as a mobile notary when you provide additional services. And I want to be completely honest with you that do not go into the mindset that you're going to fail, because that's what will happen. If you go into the mindset that you can actually do something that's never been done, then that is also a great way for your mobile notary business to keep circulating around to keep more business coming. I, for one, have expanded my abroad in radius, and now I'm as far as Cocoa Beach and as down as the Lantana. So that's another way that you can get your name out there and still be sufficient in this. And I don't want to get your hopes up, but I want you to be encouraged. I want you to know the hard truth that you can't really put all your money into something and expect to get back a big boom. That's not going to work either. And you don't want to put yourself out there where you're overcharging for some services, because that could be troublesome too. So when you go into this, you have to really want to know about it. There are certain videos, there are certain mentors. You have to make your own decision on what you are looking for. But I wanted to present on why we actually have Watts Family Business, St. Lucie Mobile Notary, a part of this, and how it's a great benefit to own something that's really, really valuable and needed in the city that you currently reside in. And being a mobile notary is a great way to get started. And us, for one, as Watts Family Business, it's a great way to add another entity to get more money, keep coming in some way. I think I've rambled on long enough on how you become a mobile notary, how you can gain clientele and keep it, but also sharing the reality. The reality truly is, if you want to be a notary, you have to know your laws and you have to want to do it. The only reason, and I'm promising I'm not saying, I probably will. No, I'm not. The only reason why I continue to do this and was successful is because I made myself available and answered the phone. If you can go back on some of my lives I'm not really on Instagram anymore. It's just, I am so Instagram. But there's some lives I think that are still there that kind of goes over the general. You want to make yourself available. You want to answer the phone and do the things that people are not going to do when you don't feel like doing them. And really and truly, that is the only way to become a successful mobile notary, is to even answer those spam calls and let them know you're a business, okay? So do not be afraid. Answer that phone. Get out there and market yourself, your business. Here's an idea. St. Lucie Mobile Notary will continue to serve the Treasure Coast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We thank you guys so much for St. Lucie for your support, and we will continue to be here for you guys for many years to come. And that's what I did, just to get my business out there in the beginning. I went out, I reached the milestones as the city will allow me, but I also made flyers, follow-ups, and business cards all around the city. A great shout out to a solid business that believed in me is Twisted Image here in Port St. Lucie, a tattoo studio. And they actually, the owners called me every time they needed a notary, and we're making business, and it's hand over fist every time that we can get it. That is the true partnership on how you can keep a business and have a solid call every time a notary is needed, and you wouldn't be very far. Thank you guys for being a part of this broadcast, this video, this live. This is really a recording, but thank you guys. Get out there and own something of yours that makes you proud.